Hey guys, this is Financial Fitness, and today I've got a special guest, Edward Griffin. I've been reading over his stuff here. He's a busy guy. The writer, he is the creator of the Red Pill Expo. You've been hearing me talk about this after every video. I've been telling you about the Red Pill I'm going to be around like-minded people where we're going to talk about things that we can't talk about on YouTube because they'll take me off like that. He's a writer, a documentary film producer, and founder of Freedom Force International, which I did try to check out a while ago, and it has been something happened to it, though. I'll talk about that a little later. The book he wrote, most famous for probably, is The Creature from Jekyll Island, World Without Cancer. The Discovery is Noah's Ark. I have not read that one. I want to get into that one. Moles in High Places, The Open Gates. I'm going to put a link to all this in the description below so you can check him out for yourself. He's a super impressive guy. How you doing, Mr. Griffin?
I'm doing really good, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying, and I was telling you earlier, I'm a welder. I'm doing my part to try to get people to come to the Red Pill because I think it's going to be an extraordinary event. I've never been to one. I've been to a lot of meetups, and I meet the most incredible people there. The caliber of people that you meet at these kind of things is unlike any other. I mean, they are just really special people that are trying to help. Is what it seems like. And if I can get people to not be part of the problem, they can be part of the solution. When we go to come back.
Well said. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, what, in your opinion, are most people missing? Why is the Red Pill so important? I'm trying to reach a crowd that, they're the working class. They're the people that build America. There's just so many distractions. What do you think what do you think they're missing? Does that question make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I guess there are different ways to answer that question. Each time I hear that question, I answer it differently depending on my mood, I guess. But the answer is basically the same. They when I say they, I'm talking about me too, because I came from that position. I was missing this thing too. Fortunately, I found it when I was relatively young. I took my red pill, as you called it, in 1960. That's so far back, it's embarrassing. But prior to that, I was just a young guy trying to climb the corporate ladder, make some money, looking good, get a nice house, got myself a wife and a kid and a half, and then I was going to conquer the world. It was all about me. And then I discovered that there were things going on that affected very important movements outside of me, and in which I depended, and like my community, my nation, my humanity. I never knew I had an interest in these things outside of myself. And then my crusader gene kicked in, and I started to, as you undoubtedly did too, once I knew that there were some big evil forces out there working against humanity, with me included, I discovered that I had to do something about it. And I came from that position, so what was I missing? I was missing reality. And that's why we're having this Red Pill Expo, because it's based on the meme of take the red pill and divest yourself from the illusions and face reality the way it is. And that meme applies to just about everything of importance in my life, and I think most people's life. When I realized that the things I cherish the most important things in my whole belief system, the more important it was, the more likely it was that it was based on an illusion. It wasn't real. I discovered that at first when I looked at the United Nations. I came across a booklet that was very critical of the United Nations. Well, that was heresy to me, because I just came out of the school system, and I'd been taught, and I knew that the UN was our last best hope for peace, man. You want to keep these wars going forever? Don't you care about your brothers, and don't you want peace and brotherhood and prosperity and health and all these things? So I was totally into that mode. And then I realized that, oh, wait a minute, yeah, I'm for all those things, but the United Nations is not for those things. They talk about those things a lot, and they fool you into thinking that because they talk about it, that's what they really have in mind. And then I discovered that, oh my gosh, the UN is run by mostly by political figures who are criminals. I mean, it's amazing how many of the leaders of the world have criminal records, you know. And you even look at our own Congress. I think the ratio of the total population in Congress that has a criminal record is higher by far than those who are not in Congress. And all these realities started to crash in on me. And so that was my first red pill. And I've taken many of them since then. You mentioned a few of them in the books that I've written and so forth. And it's a never-ending discovery and a shock to realize that, oh my gosh, everything I used to have all these cherished beliefs about, I found out that to a large extent were based on illusion. So to answer your question, what are they missing? And the same thing I was missing, which is I didn't see reality. I was protected from reality because there are people out there that really benefit from my ignorance. They benefit from my not knowing how the banking system works, for example. They benefit from my not knowing what money really is and how it comes into being and who controls the ebb and the flow of credit and all those things. Things which I thought, oh, it's way beyond my head. I don't need to understand those things. I never could anyway, I thought. And so I was sort of encouraged not to look at these things. I was, for a long time, I thought that our healthcare system was really a group of wonderful people who cared about our health.
Yeah.
And then I discovered, no, they're out to make a buck. And that they find out that the way to make the most bucks is to claim that they care about our health, but actually to keep us on their damn drugs forever. And it was a business model, and health had nothing to do with it. It was a way of spinning a story and creating an illusion. And we see that going on now with this so-called pandemic of COVID. These people are not protecting the public health with all of these masking things and lockdowns, and now the vaccines come along, they're killing people. You think that's all to keep your health? No, it has a whole different agenda. So to answer your question, what your friends are missing are the same things that I was missing in the beginning, is that reality. They don't know, because so many of these things, the information about these things is kept from us. So that's why we're having the Red Pill Expo, is to bring forth the people. Most of them are professionals in their field. Some of them are very well known. Some of them are just little people we never heard of. But in every case, they've discovered a red pill in their lives. And when it shocked them so badly, that like it did me, that they want to tell everybody about it. They don't want people to suffer through this illusion any more than they did. So that's what they're missing, is a little bit of reality.
Ignorance is bliss.
No, it's not. Well, it's bliss. It's bliss, but you have to put the rest of it on there. Put the TER after it.
I was listening to you speak, and you said one time the peace, like that of a graveyard.
Yeah, that's the peace that some of these people want. Yeah, give us peace. Yeah, you either shut up or you're in the graveyard. That's the peace they want.
Or order, like that of a prison. That's really good. Yeah. Well, guys, I hope to see you there. We're going to be at the Red Pill Expo. I cannot wait to meet this fella in person. Y'all have a great day. Like and subscribe, ring the bell. I will see you tomorrow.